Batch file programming. A batch file contains one or more commands. To create this file of commands, you write a text file using edit, copycon, or a text editor such as Notepad. You can also use a word processor providing it has save as text file option. The file that you write and name will run any command that the operating system can execute. This file must have the file extension as .bat. If you are using a version of Windows earlier than Windows 2000 Professional, use the extension as .cmd. The file must be an ASCII file. Once you have written this command file, you execute or run it by simply keying in the name of batch file, just as you key in the name of command. The operating system reads and executes each line of the batch file, as if we are sitting at the terminal and separately keying in each command line. Once you start running a batch file, your attention or input is not needed until the batch file has finished executing. Batch files are also used for several reasons. They allow you to minimize keystrokes and they minimize the possibility of errors, as you don't have to key in the command over and over. Batch files are also used to put together a complex sequence of commands and store them under easily remembered name. Batch is an old data processing term. In the earlier days of computing, work was done by submitting a job to data processing department, which would run these jobs in batches. There was no chance for anyone to interact with the program. The job was run and the output was delivered. Thus, when you run a batch job, you are running a computer routine without interrupting. Data and programs are stored as files. But how does the operating system know the difference between a data file and a program file? It knows the difference based on file extension. When you key in something at command prompt, the operating system first checks in the RAM to compare what you keyed in the internal table of commands. If it finds a match, then the program is executed. If what you keyed does not match an internal command, the operating system looks on the default drive and directory for executing .com, meaning command file first. Then the operating system looks for the file extension .exe, meaning executable file. If what you keyed in does not match either .com or .exe, the operating system looks on the default drive and directory for the file extension .bat, meaning batch file. If it finds a match, it loads and executes the batch file one line at a time. It then looks for .cmd, meaning command file. If it finds a match, it loads and executes the command file one line at a time. If what you keyed in does not match any of the above criteria, it continues to search in your default directory for the files with following extensions: .vbs, .vbe, js, jse, wsf, and wsh. If the command interrupts does not find any of these in your default drive or directory, it then searches your search path as set in the path statement. If your file name does not meet any of these criteria, then you see the error message, file name is not recognized as an internal or external command.